Well, hey, good afternoon to you. Hey, I'm down at the Ozarks. This is my handgun range that I'm at here. I'll just kind of give you a shot of that. And I was down here really in the Ozarks in general um, to do some work. I love it down here. This is where our land is. This is where we'll be spending a lot of time in the near future and have spent a lot of time down here. It's just a really incredible place. And last night I was going to into Camdenton, Missouri, to get some fajitas from a place called Ixtapa. If you know that place, it's really good. Been there 1,000 times, maybe not 1,000, but definitely at least 100 times. Really love that place. And as I was in there, it was really crowded, and there was a couple people I knew there as well. And as I left there, because I hadn't been there in a long time, to that particular restaurant. And as I left, I kind of thought about just really how friendly everybody is down here, and how, like, over the years, nothing has really changed around here. And it started to bother me. And the reason it started to bother me is because everything that we're being told in America is that we should be scared of stuff, that we should be against each other, that there's other Americans that are trying to destroy us in some kind of a way. And as I navigate my world, I just don't see that. And it just really bothered me, because I live up by Kansas City. I spent a lot of time down here near Camdenton. And as I navigate both those places, I was born and raised in the same town that I live in. So, and as nothing, I mean, it's bigger, and there's a bigger population, and there's more restaurants and stuff. But generally speaking, nothing has changed. I feel just as safe there today as I did yesterday. I feel just as safe here as I did years and years ago. Nothing for me has really changed, yet I'm supposed to be super divisive. And our country is super divisive. And I just kind of thought, well, why is that? Like, why are we doing this? Because nothing has changed for me. I'm not angry at anybody. I'm not upset. I have my political beliefs. I'm obviously a very pro Second Amendment person, as those things tend to tread on me and the ones around me. I get upset at those things. So I get it to some degree. But this type of divisiveness, I truly don't understand. And I kind of thought, well, where is it all coming from? And I really think it just comes down to four things that are not anything I can see with my eyes in front of me or touch. Like, there's four things that are I believe are dividing this nation. That as we become angrier and angrier at the other side. Why is that? Because it's definitely nothing that I can see or touch in front of me. It's stuff that other people are telling me, or controlling our thoughts to some degree. There's four things, and I believe one of them is politicians. They're telling us, everything I say is perfect, and everything that person says is a lie. And the other person's saying, no, everything I say is perfect, and everything that person says is a lie. And as a matter of fact, that person's trying to destroy you. No, I'm trying to save you. It's actually that person who's trying to destroy you. And people, as Americans, we kind of rally around our favorite politician, and we then be like, yeah, that person's trying to destroy me for some reason. And this is the same thing that's been going on my whole life. Like, I remember as a kid, little kid, having my aunt and uncle screaming at my mom and dad at my grandma's house about political things. And as a matter of fact, as my aunt left, she even said something to the effect of, like, murder or something. I was like, oh gosh, that's harsh. Like, what are we even talking about here? So, it's very much, it's always been that way. Like I remember two people that I love and love each other fighting at their mother's house over political things. So I understand there's always that. There's always a little aspect of that. But total division, I believe, is caused by, number one, politicians are telling us we need to divide, that there's this evil side and a good side. Then you got the media. This is your number two. And the media is doing the same thing. They're just feeding that political agenda, which is, politics are some of the most searched things on the internet. When you're looking at YouTube, when you're reading the paper online or whatever you're looking, it's always politics, politics, politics. So the media is feeding the same agenda that the politicians are feeding you. Number three, social media, because I believe there's a lot of people out there who say random hateful things because they're in their room at night, nobody's around. I'm just going to say something hateful because it just made me mad because I read about it on the internet. And they say hateful things. And then it reaches people. It's like for some reason we've created this mentality where we're saying things to each other we would never say to that person's face or all those people's faces. Let's just be honest. As social media consumers, being the biggest, the Americans, we are saying things that we would never, ever say to that person's face, or their faces, or the millions of people, or the hundreds of people, or the tens of people that read it. We would never do that, but we're so brave when we're in our own homes just typing away about how angry we are. This is the third reason. And the fourth reason, which is to some degree controlling all of this in your little world, is algorithms. The moment you stop on somebody's thing and like, yeah, that hateful thing. Well, what do you think it's going to feed you? A lot more of that. Well, you liked it. Well, now you're getting more of it. You stopped and watched that video. Now you're getting more of it. I mean, it's feeding you an agenda to just keep you clicking and keep you online. Every single social media outlet out there is not interested in changing you politically or convincing you of any political thing at all. Their only agenda is for you to stay scrolling and clicking and just don't leave this website. Just stay here, stay entertained. So we're just going to feed you the things that we think you need to hear, or that we think you want to hear. I'm sorry, not that you need to hear, but that you want to hear. So you just start getting fed like a pig in a trough, this garbage. And you put those four things together, politicians, media, social media, and algorithms, we're divided people. And the reality is I'm not a divided person. I went out to my favorite restaurant here in Camdenton. Everybody was great. They were great. Nobody was divided in there. Nobody was hateful in there. I didn't fear for my safety in there. I didn't fear that somebody was coming to take something from me in there. As I go around in my land, shoot, I don't even see people out here. And then even when I'm up in the city, like everybody's, hi, how are you doing? Great, good to see you. How can I help you? Great, have a great day. Like, it's just like, that's what I see. I don't see this divided hatefulness that, and again, I'm not like on the fronts of some of these things that are going on in the country right now, but we're just being told how terrible things are and have been my whole life. Now you just got algorithms and social media to add to it to make it even worse. And that's the reality of why I truly believe this country is divided. Again, are there political things that we should be upset about? Sure. Were there yesterday? Absolutely. 10 years ago? Of course. 100 years ago? Absolutely. 100 years from now? Of course there'll be. I'm not saying that's not a thing. What I'm saying is this is very different. This is a division that has caused, like if you took politicians, the media, social media, and the algorithm's out of the equation, I think we'd all think to ourselves, this is a great, beautiful country we live in, and I really like my neighbors a lot.